Welcome to the Horror Friendly Podcast.
It's not over till that bitch is dead.
Let's delve into that a bit deeper.
I'm going to be like the peacekeeper between you two tonight.
Don't fuck with the original.
Yeah, don't fuck with the original.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Horror Friendly Podcast, part of the You Run Podcast Network. My name is Katie, and I am joined by my wonderful co-host, Chantel. Hi, Chantel.
Hi!
So we're going to be doing something a little different for you guys for the next month or so. We've decided to do a little mini-series covering some of the incredible films showcased at the UK Film Festival FrightFest. We're so excited to introduce you to these films and give you a bit of insight, our insight. Thanks so much for listening and enjoy.
Hey!
We're bad at this.
We are bad at this. It's because this is a different sort of setup and format for us, isn't it?
We've made changes and now we've forgotten how to do what we do.
Yeah, what we are known for. Yeah, weird. But anyway, cheers, guys.
Oh, I just put mine down.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Cheers.
And yeah, this is the very last episode. Very last Friday. Not ever.
Just not that good.
The very last FrightFest episode.
Yes. So we have actually received like loads of positivity doing this. So what we might do going forward is like the odd kind of review in this sort of format if we can. So yeah, because we do have people reach out and we want to support. It's just been a lot at the moment to try and juggle that in. So hopefully you'll get to see a bit more of this in the future if that's the sort of format you like.
Yeah.
But yes, we shall crack on with these last three that we're covering.
Let's do it.
And yes, all very exciting. So our first one up tonight is Dead Male. Directors Joe DeBoer and McConaghy. On a desolate country road, a bound man crawls towards a remote postal box, sliding a blood-stained plea for help message into the slot before a panicking figure closes in behind. The note makes its way to the county post office desk of Jasper, a skilled dead letter investigator responsible for tracking lost mail and returning it to its sender. Investigating further, Jasper meets Trent, who is taking up residence at the same men's hostel. When Trent unexpectedly shows up at Jasper's office, it's clear he has a vested interest in the note and will stop at nothing to retrieve it. So, Katie, what did you think of this one?
I really enjoyed this one, actually. I really enjoyed the sort of general kind of gritty look of it. Like, I really like the cinematography of it. It's quite weird, like, sitting next to you and talking to you about this. So if we look a bit weird at points, I'm just like...
We totally know what it is.
Yeah. But no, I enjoyed it. I thought I really liked the use of synths throughout because obviously that's like a big subject in the film.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really good. And I thought the acting was really, really strong. So yeah, generally, I think it was just a really decent film. Yeah, what about you?
I really enjoyed this. I was kind of pulled in quite quickly and I thought it was a really cool concept. I think that opening of just like a man covered in blood, literally crawling for his life, like trying to slide a note in is so, I don't know, I was just so like, oh fuck, what's about to happen?
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, that just like really invested me straight away. I really like the kind of I can't think of the word, vibe and styling, kind of like 70s, 80s style.
Yeah.
It was really cool, really like that. So yeah, I think it was just I was to say enjoyable film, which always sounds like such a weird word when you're like talking horror. But I really liked that idea. Like, I will probably get proven wrong, but I don't know of many horror films like around the postal service.
No.
Like,
no, it's fucking horror. There's probably some shit out there, but yeah, no, I don't. I think it's like a really interesting, seems like an original idea.
Yeah,
like
and
something
like when you see the box with the like dead mail on it, and I was like, I mean, I guess, yeah, like that happens. Like post goes missing. Have you ever had it where like post has gone missing?
Have I ever had it? I'm sure I have at some point, but yeah, I wouldn't want it to fall into Trent's hands or or whatever he calls himself. Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind it falling into Jasper's hands because clearly he fucking knows what he's doing, and I really liked him as a character.
I really liked him. What a cool job! Like something I'd never even thought of either. But like, you're basically an investigator.
Yeah.
Although, was he doing much of it, or was it the guy? His contact.
Yeah, I think he's just like the face of it. But...
yeah, but I mean, either way, props to both of them because it was great. I really loved that whole idea. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. What did you make of because I know we've said before about like the back and forth in films where you can be sort of and I feel like there's been a few at FrightFest where they do that, where there's kind of like suddenly, you know, a couple of weeks earlier and you're just like, wait, yeah, okay. So
this, I don't mind it like as a device. I don't mind like time jumps being used. I just think you have to be really clear on them. And I think that was the problem with this one is obviously we see that opening scene, we see a few bits, and then later on we kind of see the backstory. But maybe I missed it, but I don't think we were told that we'd gone back in time. So suddenly I was like, you don't know it's the same guy because when you meet the first, maybe this is a huge spoiler actually, maybe you're supposed to think they're different people. But as I say, when you first see him, he's covered in blood. Like, I'm not going to recognize him.
No.
It's very different. He's been through some shit, man.
Yeah.
I think there is a place for those like time jumps, but I think you have to just be very clear about them.
Yes, yeah.
So I mean, again, it all comes together at the end. But...
It does, yeah, and it does make sense at the end. And I know you are obviously meant to be like questioning things, yeah, and like questioning things throughout, so you aren't meant to be sure.
Yeah,
but yeah, I know sometimes they can be a bit frustrating when you sort of time jump, but I think when they're done properly, they're done well.
Yeah.
So.
Did you, and again, no spoilers, did you say this was a true story?
It could be.
I'm thinking because of the ending.
Yeah. I think it was just portrayed that way. I think they were just doing something different. But it did make me question it. Like it could. No, it could be.
I looked it up because of the ending. So I looked it up and it's not. But again, the way they did it, in which I found difficult because it kind of wrapped everything up in a nice bow.
Yeah.
But not everyone. And again, I know it's like reality. It's like not everyone's story gets wrapped up in a nice bow. But I feel like the people that deserved a better ending didn't get it. And it was, again, like probably true to reality though, because the people that didn't get the better endings were female and black. So actually for the time setting that it was.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't matter, you know, how good a civilian you are.
No.
Like, the time and the fucking place didn't care. They were fucking horrible. So...
Yeah. It's always the white guy that's going to get away with it and come out better. Yeah.
So, that was an interesting... Again, maybe I am going too many spots.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that really gives anything away.
No.
Maybe a little bit, but I mean...
There's an ending?
Yeah. Oh my god.
With some information about the characters. Yeah, I feel like that's fine because you don't even know the characters yet. So.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
But,
I'm trying to get into my notes right now. I'm not on my phone.
One-handed.
I apologize
because I don't want to move the mic. I will say though, while you're looking at it, I fucking love the acting in this.
Yeah.
Like all of them were so believable. And again, for their time, era, for their situation. I think they were just so believable, and I could watch like 5 more films on these characters.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I think I'm going to get the names wrong, but I think our leading
man.
Well, we had Jasper, who I think was just brilliant.
Yeah.
But again, like such an unusual character, such a cool kind of way to see him.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen more of him. Like in a way, I kind of feel like he was maybe slightly wasted because I would have liked to have seen more of him on screen. So I really liked him, but I don't know, like a bit more of him would have been good.
I'd agree with that actually. I think Trent was really well portrayed and kind of so calmingly creepy.
Very.
I actually wrote down over there almost Silence of the Lambs vibes.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have that like...
You mean like Hannibal Lecter?
Yeah.
Like calm and collected.
Calm, collected, and somehow incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
And again, I think because there was like the investigation going on around it, it was kind of almost Silence of the Lambs kind that kind of themes, and I was like, oh
Yeah, it
really
was
into this.
like almost like culture references, like same kind of music tastes, and
Yeah,
he has a very like he likes cooking. He's got a quite very like acquired taste for music and things. So like, yeah, it is a similar vibe, definitely. Yeah, no, I think his.
I'm trying to get the actors' names up, but unfortunately, I have a list of names. I know who they play. That's not very helpful.
Well, yeah, John Fleck, I believe, plays the one of the main characters. Yeah, who we're talking about, and I think he's great.
Yeah.
And Sterling Macy Jr. is particularly good in this. I think he definitely portrays like his character so well, of just kind of the first half just kind of being a guy that just wants to succeed in something he's passionate about, and the second half just turns into way more of just like a horror vibe. And I just think he does a great job with it.
No, he does. You're very correct there.
The one thing I will say is that I do think the middle part was a little bit of a slog. I think that it was maybe a little bit too long, and I think that it could have rounded itself up and kind of finished up, I think, earlier. I think the middle part could have been a bit more condensed, and it probably could have ended a bit quicker than it did, but I still enjoyed it. But I did find myself slightly in the middle, a bit like, okay, like where are we going with this now? Yeah, let's go, kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think that is the risk you kind of take when you do like time jumps, because you are having to almost tell part of the story twice. So you do end up not dragging the story out, but I know what you mean. Like there's definitely parts that could have been quicker, and could have just made the story telling a bit snappier.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would have been nicer to see, but yeah.
But indeed, we all know where this is going.
We do. We should know by now. Although I say that and I forgot. Are we going with wow moment first?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go with wow moment first.
I'm going to pick the beginning bit, the intro that we kind of spoke about briefly a minute ago. I just think that like really draws you into the film, and you want to know more straight away.
Yeah.
So you're immediately like, yeah, cool. I'm along for the ride. Yeah. So I think that opening is probably the best bit for me. What about you?
I was going to say the acting, but I actually have already mentioned that. However, I do think.
Well, it's so good you can mention it twice.
Yeah, so good. But I do feel, and again, we've like kind of mentioned like the leading kind of three, or the main focus of the three guys. But then we've also got Mickey Jackson, who played Anne, and Susan Priver, who played Bess. And I just think their relationship and their kind of on-screen chemistry was just brilliant. Like, you really believed them as friends, as colleagues, as supporting each other, as teasing each other. And I just think they were like so brilliant. And yeah, I just really wanted to see, as you say, like, I wanted to see more of them. I would happily watch another couple of films with them in.
Yeah.
Thinking that, you know, just seeing their stories. So I just think, they did really well. Really good portraying everything.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Nice. So how many spookies are you going to give Dead Mail out of 5, ladies and gentlemen?
I think I'm going to go... I'm torn between a 3.5 and a 4, you know.
Okay.
Like, I did really enjoy it. Like you say, there was bits that were a bit too long, but it's a concept I've not seen before, so that really kind of delighted me in that, like, something fresh. I think it was genuinely intriguing. Like, you really cared about the characters. Yeah, so I'm going to go 3.5.
Nice.
Yeah. What about yourself?
I'm going to go for a 3 out of 5. I think it was really good. Like you say, a really different concept to something we've seen before. And I think it's very different to what we've seen at FrightFest. Like, there really have been some standouts where they're just super original ideas. And I think this is one of them. So I really respect it for that. I think it's just a solid 3 for me, because I wouldn't rush back to it. And also the middle part was a little bit of a struggle. But apart from that, decent film, decent acting. Yeah, I really liked the sort of whole gritty sort of cinematography and the look of it as well. Yeah. That was really cool. So yeah, solid film. Go Dead Mail.
Who would we recommend this to?
This is kind of more like a mystery sort of situation, isn't it? But kind of what you said earlier about Hannibal Lecter, I would say like Silence of the Lambs fans, or like thriller fans.
Yeah, I think it's that kind of like thriller, investigative,
true crime,
horror, true crime. So I think that kind of fits nicely into that. Yeah,
I think so.
Investigative horror. Is what
Yeah.
I call it.
So if that's what you guys are up for, then
I don't
check
keep
out
looking at you, not that.
I know. I feel like I'm presenting on a TV show or something. We did this before with Promising Young Woman, but we thought maybe on the sofa might be a bit more casual. But
But instead, I just keep forgetting there's a camera, and you think you're presenting the morning.
This morning.
This morning with telling you.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah. So
Yeah, definitely check it out. 'cause
definitely check
it's
it
a
out.
really good film.
Yeah, we'll put down all the details. We've got social media accounts, anything like that. And you guys can check out when it's coming out.